E3 basically stating what was going to be in this game, and we just barely started making it. That got out there, and we had a lot to live up to. You know, we got the game done in 1 year and released on December 10th of '93, and you know, we thought Wolfenstein was insane. It was like, you know, off the charts for Doom. So it was like single player, co-op, deathmatch, you know, multiplayer on a LAN, over a modem, and guess what? You might make your own levels, and everything was insane. You know, we could see the future of this game is so hardcore. I mean, it is so fast, it is so brutal, it sounds great. You know, it's like a sport.
For the first time, we had a competitive side to the game. It wasn't just like man versus computer, it was man versus man. And all we did was play Doom. A few years later, Doom 2 was released, and I spent every evening for probably 2 years playing that game.
At the peak of my addiction to Doom 2, you know, I'd run about $1,000 a month phone bill because we played games over a modem, right? We didn't have the internet.
Doom 2 changed the world.
Released the following year, Doom 2 sold 1.5 million copies. The ability to compete against another player gave birth to a hardcore gaming scene, where gamers devoted themselves to becoming the best.
You know, that was basically the start of what would be, you know, competitive gaming.
It was, you know, 4 or 5 of your buddies sitting around talking trash, yelling at each other. There weren't any rules. You were just playing to get bragging rights. Who got the most frags?
There wasn't big money involved. There weren't organized leagues.
It wasn't very long after Doom's release. It was during 1994 when tournaments started happening.
When I won a national championship in Doom 2, I won a copy of Windows and 2 liters of Coke. Which, by the way, was an amazing prize back then.
There was a tournament called the Red Annihilation Tournament that was held at E3, and John Carmack basically put up his first Ferrari. It was a Red 328 that was turboed and everything. He put that up as a prize, and so the first winner of the first like huge tournament with an awesome Ferrari and stuff was Dennis Fong, who's called Thresh. And, you know, that was the beginning of like, wow, you can win things that mean something by playing games.
In 1996, id released another landmark game called Quake, which could be played over the internet against opponents everywhere in the world. Competitive gaming went global and thrived in a strong underground community. But there was no organization to control competitive play until a retired investment banker in Texas saw an opportunity.
My name is Angel Munoz, and I'm the founder and president of the Cyber Athlete Professional League, also known as CPL. The reason that I started the CPL is because I thought that there was an opportunity to bring competitive video gaming to the general public as a professional sport. Let me answer that differently. Because the real reason that I started the CPL is because I think that competitive gaming should be considered a professional sport, and that people that excel in these competitions should be treated with the respect that other athletes get in other sports too. Just gave you 2 sound bites there, so. I so clearly saw what the CPL could become. And a lot of the companies that we talked to in the beginning were very, very skeptical.
The concept was so new. So you're having to explain what a CPL event is, what the CPL is, what professional gaming is.
What is professional gaming? Professional video game playing, or pro gaming, is an exciting new world. But what is pro gaming? How does it work? Let's take a look. All of video game playing is represented in the gaming pyramid. The largest group of gamers is the casual gamer. Casual gamers play for recreation. If you enjoy video games, you might be a casual gamer. Next up is the competitive gamer, who might play in tournaments in their spare time. At the top of the pyramid is the professional gamer. These are gamers who attempt to make a living solely through competitive gaming. But how can a pro gamer make a living? Let's look at how it works. A league is formed. A league hosts video game tournaments all around the world. Leagues receive money from sponsors who want to market their products to gamers. They use this money to offer cash prizes to tournament winners. Leagues also receive money by charging participants an entry fee for competing in tournaments. The most commonly played games are first-person shooters and real-time strategy games. Neato! Most tournaments use the double elimination bracket. Players are seated and placed in the bracket. 2 strikes and you're out. Teams are formed. Gaming teams attract pro players and aspiring pro players by offering to cover costs associated with gaming, such as travel expenses and entry fees. A few teams even offer salaries to players. These lucky ducks have it made. Like leagues, teams also receive money from sponsors who want to associate their brands with the best players in the world. The better the team's players, the better the sponsorship. Many times, leagues and teams are sponsored by the same companies. Players can try to join a team, get their own sponsors, or pay for everything themselves. How about that? This model of pro gaming was pioneered by the Cyber Athlete Professional League, or CPL. But today, there are a number of other leagues, including the Global Gaming League, the Championship Gaming Series, the Electronic Sports World Cup, the Major League of Gaming, the World Esports Games, the Electronic Sports League, and many more. There's even leagues that host tournaments on the internet. All these leagues hope to get the best players attending their events so they can get big money from sponsors. Without sponsors, there's no tournament. So they host elaborate events with neat sponsor booths, eye-popping stage sets, and plenty of fun. Sound great? You bet it is. Now you'll know what to say when someone asks, what is professional gaming?
And we went into doing our first event, which was in October of 1997, and we called it the Frag.
Kind of imagine a downstairs parking garage with carpet. That's kind of what it gave me the impression of.
300 people show up, which was an incredible success for us. And we had trophies, and we had, we did things different enough that people started wondering, maybe there is something to this. The CPL today still has the highest reputation for being the most professional of all leagues. It's the one that everybody respects. If you win a CPL event, you normally get sponsored right away. There's companies that are interested in sponsoring you. You obviously win, some cash prizes, which are pretty significant. Last year, we gave away $1.2 million in cash prizes. What's at the very center is the CPL created an industry, really where a lot of companies, are involved. Millions of dollars for all those companies are worth millions. Each one of them is worth millions of dollars. So it's a multi-million-dollar industry that we created. But the brand of the CPL still is like the highest flag, and it's the one that everybody would like to, to be part of.
Well, my alias is Carmack. I work as a senior correspondent for the Global Gaming League. I've been dealing with competitive video gaming since 2001, I believe, and I'm said to be one of the celebrated journalists in the business. Overall, the most accomplished player is definitely Fatality. Gamers like Fatality, who are very, very successful, especially from a financial point of view, are really very good examples for young people of what you can do if you're very talented, if you're very motivated.
The best player today is going to be Jonathan Fatality Wendell.
He's becoming a household name.
People asking for his autographs.
Every new sport needs stars, and Fatality is the first superstar of video games.
Fatality.
He's won major titles in many, many different games.
He has a huge experience edge on anybody who plays. Fatality.
He's getting magazine articles, he's getting ads, he's getting promotions, and he's getting sponsorships, and he's just top of the food chain.
He'd made such a big name for himself.
Fatality.
He's super good at those shooters.
These 12-year-old kids came up to me and just started talking to me. Like, they're like, oh, can you sign my purse? Can you sign my shoes? Can you sign my cell phone? And it was really cool. I mean, they were just so happy. And when you can do that kind of thing, it's really awesome.
Fatality is the most widely known gamer in the Western Hemisphere. In America, he's the only gamer to receive mainstream attention. He has appeared in magazines including Time, Business Week, and Forbes, and has been featured on 60 Minutes and MTV.
MTV followed me around, did a documentary on me called True Life, I'm a Gamer. So that's kind of what I got my real big fame from. When did I start playing video games? I mean, everyone played Nintendo. I mean, 1985, I think it was when it came out or something like that. I had the Power Glove and everything. So I thought that thing was cool.